In previous session, I have explained about this project phases, like whatever implementation project is there, it is divided into 5 phases. So a detailed explanation was given, and we started explanation about this project phases one by one. So first phase I have already explained. So what is happening in first phase? First of all, whenever a project manager reaches at client place or client location, he is going to decide these three, he is going to perform these three activities and all. Like first of all, he has to decide project, team size and team members, and then planning for the projects and all, like what is the project goals and objectives or any deadlines and other things. And then kickoff meeting. So the first phase already I have explained. Now we'll start from second phase. So the moment kickoff meeting is conducted, the moment kickoff meeting is finished, then we are switching to the second phase, that is called blueprint phase or business blueprint phase or BBP phase. BBP stands for business blueprint. Now, so what is happening in this second phase? Guys, in first phase, till now, whatever activities were done, that were like, it was there internally itself. Like even the meeting was also conducted, that was internal meeting. We didn't invited anybody. It was a kind of introductory meeting, introduction meetings and all, introduction rounds and all. So now in second phase, what is happening? In second phase, whoever the consultants are there from Wipro, Infosys, TCS, whatever the company is there, now these people will have interaction with the client. Now, as I said, like your client is, say for example, Tata Motor. So Tata Motor is having huge number of employees. So interaction means interaction with whom and what interaction. So the first thing is like, if you guys are going to interact with the client, then of course, being a finance consultant, you people are going to be interact with the finance and account team. But even in finance and account team also, we are having, let's suppose, some 50 or 60 members, or maybe more than that. So it doesn't mean that we are going to interact with each and every person. So interaction is required to understand their business process, to understand their, like what activities exactly they are doing in finance and account, how many processes are there, what exactly they are doing, and whatever the current ERPs they are using. So how, exactly, uh, it's not like that we are going to learn anything about ERPs and all, but we need to understand about their processes and all. But to know the process, say for example, of course, if this is like they are doing like 20 different kind of activities, of course there is a team, and everybody are going to do a different activity. So if everybody are doing different activity, it doesn't mean that we need to interact each and every person uh, at a time, like a group, in the form of a group discussion, or like individually one by one we have to discuss. No, generally what will happen, since the number of consultant from Wipro side will be like, say for example, 2 or 3 consultant will be there, more max to max in for one module. In that, one senior and one junior. Let's suppose 2 consultants are there, so one senior and one junior. Now, so consultant is not going to interact with the each and every person. from this finance team, or like in the same way like we are having other modules also. Module is there, SD module is there. So these people also is not going to interact with every person of the sales team, or purchasing teams like that. So what exactly they are going to do? Now we'll talk about finance. So finance consultant will interact with only one person. With whom? So on behalf of each and every team, whoever Tata Motor management is there, they are going to select a person. That person will be treated as a representative of a particular team. So on behalf of finance team, they are going to announce a person name who is going to represent finance team, and most likely in that case they are going to select a person who is having the most experienced person, we can say, because most experienced means if somebody has spent some 8 years, 9 years, 10 years in that organization, then of course he will be having almost knowledge of each and every processes which is going on in that particular department. So Tata Motor is going to announce the name of certain representatives who is going to represent a different team. In the sense, finance and account, for finance and account, one representative will be there. For sales team, one representative. For purchase team also. For HR, and likewise whatever the other teams are there, for every team there will be one representative. So guys, these representatives are called CTM, core team member. Keep in your mind, whoever representatives are there, that is called core team member. It's a standard name, standard word. People can give a different name also, like when we were doing implementation in IDMC, which is located in Gujarat. So there we have given a name to this CTM. Name was like we used to address them as a champion. So this is you can say a customized name which is given by a project manager. But if you talk about standard name which is given by SAP, that is called CTM, core team member. Okay, so if you go anywhere for interview also, people may ask, if somebody is asking like, okay, how many CTMs you had from your client side during implementations and all, it will be only one CTM, guys. Always say only one CTM, because there could be only one representative. In his absence, there may be somebody who is the most experienced may come for interactions and all, but generally it doesn't happen. So whoever the representative of a particular department is there, is that person is called as a he's called or she is called CTM, core team member. Now, so we are going to have interaction with core team member CTM. He is going to or she is going to explain all whatever the current processes which is running in that Tata Motor. Now, so here first of all we will have a small verbal communication, and after that what will happen, generally we never rely on the conversations only, because being a professional, generally what happened everywhere, not only I'm not giving a particular example here, but everywhere what is happening, instead of relying on the verbal communication, we have to, whatever the things are going on, better to have a mail confirmation, or these all things. If it goes on by emails and all, then we will be having a kind of proof, documented proof, you can say. So here, once we have the conversations and all, then what will happen? Then we are going to say that you do one thing, whatever processes you said, just list down all the process team. Like they're saying that we are processing, different kind of invoices, like customer invoices there, vendor invoices there, customer credit memo, vendor credit memo, customer payment, vendor payments, certain kind of taxes are there, petty cash related, whatever the things are there, that will be also managed by us only. Likewise, some different activities they have listed down that these many activities we are going to perform. So what we have to say that you do one thing, whatever activities are there, you just list it down and send it to us. So that core team member is going to list down all those activity and they are going to send it to us. So this listing can be possible in Excel sheet also, it can be possible in a Word document also. So whatever the document they have prepared, in the sense core team member has been prepared, that is called core team member has prepared, that is called, that document is called as is document. The second name of as is document is CSBP. CSBP stand for current status of business process. Current status of business process means which is running as of now, or whatever the things which is running in the business. Now, so in CSVP, what they are going to, or as is document, what they are going to specify, they'll say, let's suppose they are having total 10 activities or 10 process, whatever you say, and based on those, they are going to fetch a different 25 kind of different reports. Say for example, if they are managing these all activity through uh, you know Tally, if they are managing these all activity through Tally, then you know they'll be able to fetch 25 different kind of reports and all. Now here, so once we receive the reply from CTM core team member, we just gone through the list which they have given. So once we have received as is document, then based on those, that as is, we are going to do our analysis, and then we have to prepare a document. We are also going to list out certain things, like whatever things they have said. uh, they said like total 10 activities. Now how many out of 10, how many we are able to map in SAP? Because let's suppose they're using Tally or QuickBook or any different customized ERP. So of course that is a different ERP, and now in SAP, whatever things they have given, whatever activities they are saying, out of these all activity, how many activity we are able to map in SAP, those we have to analyze. So we, as per our analysis, we are saying that okay, whatever activity they have given, out of 10, 9 we are able to map in SAP. But based on that, they are able to fetch 100 different kind of reports. So of course here what is happening, the client is going to have that they are going to sacrifice one activity. At the same time, whatever reports they are going to fetch, that is, we are going to give them 4 times a bigger number. So whatever list we have prepared and we have sent back to the client, that is called to be document, and second name will be FSBP, future status of business process. So here we are not going to specify lots of things and all. Simply, so now there will be a discussion on the one which is missing. So I'll tell you guys, in SAP, nothing is impossible. Okay, everything can be delivered, but they said 10 activity. We are saying nine activities. In the sense, these nine we can deliver. In the sense, these 9 activities is possible to configure in SAP through standard configuration. Means you guys are going to do this configuration and you can deliver this independently. But whatever remaining one is there, that one process, that one activity is not possible to deliver through SAP, in the sense we cannot configure that remaining, whatever the remaining one is there, that could be a unique thing. Okay, because see guys, if you talk about invoicing, whether it is customer invoicing, vendor invoicing, it's a quite standard process everywhere. These processes you can find. But whatever, let's suppose I'll let you know some unique things later. But whatever the one difference is there, that could be a unique activity, which is which particularly existing in Tata Motor itself. So in their previous ERP, that functionality is there, but SAP in through a standard configuration we cannot deliver that. So whatever these differences are there, what will happen? There will be a discussion between the project manager from Wipro side and the project manager from client side, in the sense Tata Motor side, and they will have a discussion on the whatever the differences are there. Like one difference is there, so they will have a discussion that how important this the last one is, which is not possible through a standard configuration. If this is no, this is also very crucial. Then what will happen? Our project manager is going to say that then we have to do certain customization, we have to do certain development. Customization or development means we are going to change the standard shape. Whatever the standard shape is there, that we are going to change, and then we can deliver those. But it means if we are going to go for any customization or any development, it means we have to bring some extra resource for that, or that is a extra activity you can say. So for that there will be certain negotiation that you need to pay certain extra amount for that. So that is a different kind of negotiation. If the client agreed for that, then we are going to deliver, and a different, a timeline and everything will be set for that. And if they are not agreed, then we are not going to deliver that. Now, so here, these two arrays and to be documents, it's not going to take much time, because they have listed down something, and based on that, we have also listed down, our deliverables, and we have sent it to the clients. And then after, we will be having certain discussions, because apart from these activities, they'll be having some small different requirements also. They'll be having so many different kind of concerns, like whatever these 25 reports they are able to fetch from their current ERP. We said like we are going to give them a different 100 different kind of reports, which includes these 25 also. So they will be having certain concern in terms of reports, like whatever the current reports which they are getting, in that like these details are missing, that details are missing. So we want you people should add these all things, whatever our concern is there, just note it down and try to deliver. So they just want to change the layout of the report. So these all, whatever these all small concerns are there, requirements are there, of course we have to make it down, we have to make a note, we have to note it down somewhere. So where we are going to note it down? So we prepare a final document. We prepare a final document where we are going to list down all the deliverables in details, and apart from this, whatever the client other requirements are there. That document is called blueprint document. So guys, blueprint is a final document where we are going to mention all the deliverables. It means it's a kind of, here we are going to make a commitment, the things which we have specified on the blueprint document you must have to deliver till the end. In the sense like whatever things we have mentioned on blueprint we must have to deliver, then only we can expect the whatever the final amount from client side. Now, so we have to prepare a blueprint document, and then whatever their requirements are there, everything we have specified here, and even whatever the differences are there, in the sense like the difference between as is and to be, this difference. So that also we are going to specify, in the sense total deliverable and non-deliverable also, so that in future they cannot blame that no, verbally you have given your consent on some whatever the certain activities and all. So even the activity which we are going to, the in the sense like the process or the things which we are going to deliver, those things we are going to specify. And even non-deliverable also we are going to specify here, because the final document is blueprint. So non-deliverable we are going to specify under a heading called gap. In the sense, there will be a heading called gap. Under gap we are going to specify whatever non-deliverables are there. Okay, so deliverable, non-deliverable, everything we have specified in the blueprint, so that there won't be any confusion or any conflict in future. So if everything is specified, then what will happen? Then we are going to send this to the client, in the sense CTM, that as per our discussion. And there will be a regular discussion, guys, at the time of blueprint preparations. Even the CTM also, core team member, is also going to spend the entire like 50% of the time along with the consultants only, because always we will be having certain confusion and lots of discussions are going to take place. I'm talking about implementation project, guys. Don't be confused. During supports and all, these all things are not required. Nothing is required. During implementation, only these all discussions are required and everything. And you guys are not going to discuss. I'm talking about like whoever the senior consultant is there, these people will be there. But being a junior consultant or associate consultant, you also have to be the part of these all discussions, because of course, like today you can be a junior or associate consultant, but in future you are going to be a senior consultant. Now, so here in blueprint, everything we have specified, deliverable, non-deliverable, everything. And then we are going to send it to the client for sign off. First of all, approval, that as per our discussion, this is the final blueprint which we have prepared. Kindly check and approve. So once you send this email, what will happen? The client is going to disapprove first. Why they have disapproved? Because lots of small mistakes they found in terms of certain whatever the explanation, certain explanation which we have given. As for them, that could be some incorrect lines are there, so they'll just strike out certain lines and certain things, and they'll say that you remove this, you change this. Small changes they are going to recommend. And some accounting entries might be wrong. So these all things they are going to specify. And once again we have so what we have to do, we have to incorporate those changes and all. And then second time we are going to send it to the client. So they will, in the sense CTMs, they will just go through it, and then finally, if they found like okay, it's okay, as per where we have specified each and everything, then what will happen? They are going to approve. Once we got approval on mail, then even we'll take a printout of that blueprint, and then we have to produce before client for signature for the sign off. In the sense, whoever the core team member and project manager from client side, these people are going to give this, put their signature. And from Wipro side also, whoever the project manager and then senior or junior consultants are there, these people are also going to put their signature over there. So once we have the sign off, once we receive the sign off from client, once we receive the sign off from client, then this blueprint phase is going to be finished there itself. Once we get the sign off, then blueprint phase is going to be over there itself. So now, guys, if you are having any question regarding this blueprint phase, just ask me one by one. Okay. So you want explanation about CTM. CTM, generally, the full form of CTM is core team member. Core team member is a person appointed from client side who is going to represent a particular department. In our language, it is called a particular module. You are going to be a finance consultant, so of course you have to interact with finance team itself. Finance means finance and account team from client side related to whatever requirements. I'll tell you guys. Let's suppose during implementations, during configurations, of course, we need to understand lots of things. So if you're having any queries or anything, then whom you are going to interact? In finance and account team, 100 people will be there or 50 people will be there. So what is happening? Client is going to appoint a representative. Client is going to appoint a face who is going to represent that finance and account team. So whatever your queries, whatever your concerns are there, that you are going to share with that particular person, and that particular person is called CTM, core team member. One more thing I would like to add here, guys. So whenever you go for interview, people will ask which version of blueprint we send to the client for sign off purpose, for signature purpose. So I'll tell you, when you send your blueprint first time, client rejected saying that these changes are required. So whatever the blueprint which we have sent initially and that got rejected, that is called draft version. Whichever blueprints are getting rejected, that is called draft version. And then we send it third time. Let's suppose twice it got rejected. Third time we are going to send it. So whatever the third time blueprint which we have sent, that is called final version. Every time, whenever you send a document, there will be a particular name of that particular document. Okay, the name could be anything like the client name will be first Tata Moto. Like I'll just give you an example here. I'll just write here itself TM, then BBP business blueprint, then let's suppose finance, and then here version 1.0. Let's suppose this is the document name which we have sent first time. Now second time what will happen? First time client suggested certain changes, we have made those changes, and second time we are going to send. So second time the same document name will be there, but here version will be changed, version 1.1. Now second time also client found some more small mistakes and all, and they send it back to us. So we have done some more changes and we are going to send, and second third time the version got changed, and this is called version 1.2. So this version got approved. So what will happen here? We are going to take print out of this version, and then we are going to produce before client for this sign off purpose. So whatever the previous versions were there, like version 1.0 and version 1.1, those version will be treated as a draft version, and this one version 1.2 is treated as a final version. Final means the version which got approved. Don't look at 1.2 or 1.3, something, it could be anything. But whatever version got approved, that version will be treated as a final version, and whatever the versions which disapproved, these all versions will be treated as a draft version. So if somebody asks which version we are going to send to the client for sign off purpose and all, you have to say that final version. Generally we take the printout of final version and we get a sign off on that. Okay, here the question is like only SAP FI consultant will involve in blueprint preparation, or other consultant also involved like SDMN. So SDMM and ABAP. ABAP is a technical consultant, so technical people will not involve in this blueprint preparations, blueprint will be prepared by functional consultant itself. Okay, so functional consultant means SD, MM, HR, FI means finance, and whatever other modules are there, PP, QM, other modules. So for every module, blueprint will be prepared, and every consultants are going to do the same activity which I have explained just now simultaneously. We are going to have interaction with our CTM core team member who is like representative of finance team. In the same way, sales and distribution means SD consultant, MM consultant, these people are also going to do, they will be also having interaction with their CTM, their core team member. They are also keep on making, preparing this blueprints and all. They will be also having, so everybody will have, separate discussions with their CTMs and all, and they keep on preparing blueprints and all. And the second thing is like, over and above, there will be a project manager who is going to look after and who is going to check the status of the progress of each and every module. Like what about, uh, particularly is going to ask each and every consultant that way, what is the progress till where you people have discussed, and what about the discussion, whether it is going smoothly or not. Tell me if you are having any problem so that I will discuss, because project manager, of course, he is just like a leader. He is leading the project, or she is leading the project, whoever he or she, they're going to lead the project. So whatever our concerns are there, sometime what will happen, uh, there may be a chances that core team member or the CTM who has been appointed is not that much cooperatives and all. So in that case, he is not going to listen you properly, or sometime, there are certain people who is ignorant, and or some differences will be there in terms of, whatever things they are explaining, and in whatever things we are going to make them understand. So some ego problem also sometime it comes. Generally it comes very rarely, because people are professional, there is no any kind of personal enmities and all. But still, if these cases are there, then we are going to escalate this matter to our project manager. Project manager is going to highlight this again, the same matter to the client side also, whoever the project manager is there. So he is going to escalate this matter to that person, and then most likely what will happen, they are going to change the core team member, because it's not like that only one person is the experienced guys, there will be 3 4 people. So they are going to change, and once again the, will so the core team member will change. Generally it doesn't happen, but if whatever the scenario which I have specified, if these kind of things are there, then they are going to change also. So everybody's are going to have discussion. Every module consultant will have discussion. Yes, client is going to appoint core team member for every module, CTM for every module. Because I'll tell you guys, if you talk about this blueprint phase, so this 5 phases, whatever I said, that 5 phases are applicable for each and every module, for all STMM, for every module. And in each and every module, different activities are there. That's what SAP has segregated, different modules and all. Finance is having different activities, HR is having different activities, sales and marketing is having, in the sense, sales and distribution module is having different activities. So everybody has to do certain configurations to meet the requirement of the clients. But what those requirements are, first of all we need to understand. So how we are going to understand their requirement? Somebody should be there to explain these all things. So who is going to explain? It's not that we are going to interact with everybody. So that's what client has appointed a core team member, CTM. So CTM will be appointed for each and every module. Different person will be there. uh, for finance, a person who is working for finance team for last 7 years, 8 years, or 9 years, or 10 years, whoever the most experienced person is there, the same rule is applicable for other modules also. SD, MM, HR, for all modules the same things are applicable. So whatever the remaining things are there, the third phase, fourth phase, and fifth phase that I am going to cover in the next class.